Start out. Aggie soccer is back from weekend on the road, and this last week took 4 points in conference play. Starting out on Thursday night with the win over Texas, a 1-0 win, which was just what the doctor ordered. We had been playing so well against some of the top 10 teams in the country, week after week after week. It was we were due for a win, and so to get it against your arch rivals in front of a big raucous crowd at Ellis Field was absolutely great. Amazing how much better you sleep the days after something like that compared to coming up just short of some of the other results earlier on against the number 2, the number 7, the number 5, and number 4 teams in the country. So then we went on the road on Saturday. Played at Oklahoma yesterday in the Oklahoma wind and heat, and came away with a 0-0 draw, so a 1 point for the standings to put us again. I think we climbed about 4 spots in the ranking in the standings this week, and same thing. It's sometimes you're not going to win on the road, but it's a lot better to come away with at least 1 point out of it, and a point from a game that we got better and better as the match went on. And in the second half, I think we outshot them 8-2 in the last part of the match, where our girls started to get their feet underneath them, and then it goes to overtime. There's no overtime, so when the game ends, it ends. So we get back on the bus and drive 6.5 hours back to College Station. So we're back here for the week to train. We go to Baton Rouge for a match on Friday night. 7 o'clock, they'll be on ESPN Plus, and it'll be again, very important game because we have 4 games now remaining, and we need to get some points from these games to ensure another postseason run. So I'll open up to questions.
We'll go to row 2.
Yeah, to your last point, my first question was going to be just how much of the conversation right now is to get at 500 or even above to boost your postseason chances?
Well, there's a lot of number ones, because we're hovering right there, just our noses just under the water right now. We've got to get over, above the water, and because for NCAA tournament reasons, this is why we didn't make the NCAA tournament last year for the second time in 30 years, was that even though we would have been a seeded team in the tournament because our RPI was so good, because our wins had been so good, we had some games that got away from us, and so we were just under 500 after losing in the SEC tournament. So we want to avoid that if we possibly can, but it is an NCAA rule that you cannot go if you're below that. So this next game against LSU is one of the top 20. I think they're number 27 on the RPI right now. So the things that we're looking for are resume enhancers. A win puts us where we want to be, but a resume enhancer is a top 50 win, and that's something else that we need to get. We have good results against teams that are ranked in the top 5, including one tie and some really close losses, but we need a W.
And then just also to that end, just what kind of sense of urgency have you seen from this team in this last week in particular, as you guys get into the meat of this schedule?
Well, the thing that we've been able to hang our hat on with this team is the heart and the drive that they have, the belief that they have in themselves. There are a lot of teams in a lot of different sports that, had they gone through some of the kind of the bad bounces, the total turnaround, bringing in 11 new starters, kind of restructuring the staff, doing all these things. These are all excuses that could be used, but our players are just like, no, and if you look at our performances, every single game we've gotten better. We're the team you don't want to play right now in the SEC because of how hard our players play and that sense of urgency that they've been kind of building upon and using the last game's experience to become that much more hungrier in the next one.
And then just last one. I know it's early in the week and you just got back from Oklahoma, but what do you know about LSU and what you might see from them on Friday?
Well, they are land of the giants, and I don't know if it's because Sean Hudson, who's the coach, I think she's about 5'3", so she's recruited a bunch of kids who are 6'3" on the team. It's really amazing the height, the length that they have on their team. Sean might be 5'6", I don't know, but compared to her players, she's 4'2", because it's a team that gives you a lot of problems because of the length and the power of their athletes. They've got girls from all over the world who've come in to Baton Rouge to play. But whether it's Galligan up front, who's probably 6 feet tall, or it's Hermisdottir in the midfield, who's 6 feet tall, or another kid who comes off the bench who's 6 feet tall, and our girls are all 5'5", 5'9", 5'6". So that's something that we have to be able to overcome with the technical ability that we have.
We'll go to row 3.
You mentioned, playing well, but maybe not getting the result. And then after a weekend like this where you do pick up points, just how does that help with buy-in for the group as a whole and kind of the vision of the team moving forward?
Well, like I said, I can tell you from personal experience that we're sleeping a lot better because it's a can-do attitude. It's not a, we did all this and we didn't come through. It's we came through because of the heart, the drive, the belief, the love they have for each other. And that just only builds up because now it's been reinforced. And talking about the goal on Thursday, that we've created more chances than just about all of our opponents. We've had so many near misses, and then the game-winning goal on Thursday was one of the most improbable goals that you'd see. Is a hard-driven ball, heads-up play by 3 players, but a hard-driven ball, a back heel, and an outside-the-foot flick into the inside corner of the goal for the goal. You could repeat that once every 2,000 reps, and we miss a free header from 2 yards away, an open goal, but we do something like that to score. So it's again, it just comes down to hard work and focus, to know that the harder I work, the luckier I get, and we're going to get lucky.